I'm covered in hay. We're just doing farm chores. It hasn't been very cold where we live, but one of the things it hasn't cold enough to do is to freeze our back area. I don't usually walk out into the back area too much because there is some areas that are quite puddly that we're gonna work on a bit in the springtime. For the most part, it's dry back here, but we do get these little pools of water in a few spots. I think we're gonna bring in some fill. We're gonna bring Phil back here with some fill. Phil is back here, and
we're gonna bring me back here to fill back here.
Yeah, we're gonna bring some fill with Phil back here in the springtime and just kind of brace up just a couple of the areas that get puddly. I'm not opposed to there being some areas that are a little more wet back here, but we definitely want to do a little bit of just, I guess, like leveling out so that we don't start accumulating too much water in areas that we don't want to. But the fun part about it being like just below freezing is that the ground back here is so much firmer for me because I still have not gone shopping for rubber boots. I looked the other day. Oh my word. I just went down. Look at where I just fell down.
I was like, you're not paying
okay,
attention to where you're going.
That spot right there, I just sunk. I saved myself from going any deeper. I wonder how deep I actually went down. That was, I wasn't watching my footwork where a couple little softer spots were right here and then went down. I was filming, not watching my footwork.
I really love it back
We love it back here.
This is like only nature. This is Mother Nature to its finest.
We love it back here.
You don't hear the road. You don't see any houses.
Our house is right there.
We own all of this and nobody comes back here. It's so private. It's so peaceful. Except for the coyotes, the bobcats, the bears, the deer, the fox.
Oh, there is a lot of wildlife back here. But it's so beautiful and it's so quiet. So we own a bunch back behind those woods there. Back and around. And we own down into here, quite a bit back into here. And then we own Chris right across here to this stake that's in the middle here. And then it jaunts all the way back over that way. And we own all the way back, so acreage back behind there, all the way around Brook Edge and then back to the front of the house. It's gonna be a nice spot when we get it all situated, but one project at a time. If only there were more hours in the day and more budget per day.
Hey, watch where you go.
So this is where it's a little bit more wet here. This is the entrance, why I don't walk out, because this entrance part is the lowest part back here, where we get, you can see where the ice is, where we get some more accumulated water. But over here, it's very dry, all this part.
Oh, I see coyote print.
You see coyote prints?
I see a fresh coyote print from this morning. And I know
On
it's
the
from
ice.
I know it's from this morning because
coyote
this
print.
is just the brand new dusting.
Yeah, because it was snowing this morning just before I got the kids to the truck to go to school. Oh, he's back
out
here.
here somewhere. He, she. Right now is breeding season for the coyotes. So the coyotes are on the move. You can hear them at night cackling. It almost sounds like a bunch of witches out here, which can be spooky if you don't know what it is.
Spooky is right.
I mean, it can be spooky even if you do know what it is.
We're going to be putting electric fence back here and cattle fence. And then we're going to be doing everything we possibly can to keep them out and do everything we can to
create a barrier, perimeter. Yeah. They can go out and do whatever they want out there, but
it's so nice.
Don't come in our little area.
This is one of my favorite trees on the property, although right now it kind of looks like nothing. I love the little mini pine cones that come on this tree. It's so peaceful. One day when it's warmer, it's pretty dang cold today, I'll do a walkthrough of the entire perimeter so you can see all the acreage.
If you come over here, we can see the line.
Yeah, we'll go this way.
That's kind of cool. Oh, and this is Canada's carnivorous plant.
This is a carnivorous plant.
Yeah, so in the summertime, these will be little tubes, and then bugs will fall down inside, and then
very cool.
There's a bunch of them. Super
We have them all over. We'll go this way. So this way, if we walk all the way around to the side edge, it's not been that cold, so the ground isn't actually frozen, but some of the taller spots are more crunchy to walk on so you don't get a wet foot. As soon as my toe starts to go, I feel like I'm gonna go under on a few spots. Right in? Okay, so there's our little, one of the stakes there. There's a survey marker. I'll show you. I'm gonna go down over here. No, we're solid. Okay. So, survey marker there. So we just have a taller stick there so we can visually see it more. And then we own like all the way back there. Okay, so here's our bees. I was totally wrong where I was because I got discombobulated in the trees. Bees are here. Hudson and Lennon side pasture. There's the house. So we own a whole ton of acreage space this way. And then we own this little sneaky path back here that will eventually gate open. And this is where you saw Philip pulling down a whole bunch of the trees. And we're going to continue to utilize all of this wood. See all these trees that are leaning and broken prior to us from storms and stuff? All this is going to get utilized for firewood. And then our brook is just over here. So we own straight up to the brook's edge. And then you know where the brook spot is at the front, where we always show you updates about the brook. All the birds chirping back here. I don't think my stream will be moving right now. I'm guessing it's got water in it, but and my little stream. I love this little stream. And it goes and flows down the hill there into the brook. It's very pretty when all the moss is growing in the spring. Today we are spending several hours emptying Dayton's bedroom so that we can get started on Dayton's room. Drywall and flooring. We are ready to start his room. He's going to help finish taking everything out of his room today after school. And Philip and I are spending the day today rolling Chase's bedroom, the last coat of green that we need on some of the areas, which you've seen us paint a lot of green over the past couple of days. So we'll give you an update on what that looks like so we can get Chase's room totally done, the makeover part, except for any little cosmetic things that we'll add probably after we do the main basics of Dayton's room. We'll go back and add a few things. I want to make a DIY dog bed in Chase's room for Finn, and a DIY dog bed for Dayton, for Nova in Dayton's room. And I want to make them some wall art and a few other things. It doesn't make sense to spend too much time working on those small details that I want to add in there until we're done Dayton's like floors and walls and painting in his room. It's going to be pretty exciting. This morning on the way to school, I was like, today we empty your room. He was like, oh, good luck. There's lots of stuff in there that needs to get taken out so that we can begin that. But how exciting that we're at that point.
Okay, I want to find the property line from the back property all the way down to the river. I think we missed our mark completely.
We did miss our mark completely.
So what we're on now was a really, really old road. This used to be a road, I would say a wagon, horse, and buggy road from maybe 1800s and a little earlier.
Which makes sense because the barn was right there. So if they did have a trail coming from the barn, then that would make sense, right?
Yeah, oh yeah. And the road so kind of came down here and went this way. And then this. Here's our property line here.
It goes here.
So if you stand here and look that way, and then this way.
Our marker is straight over there.
And then here's a fresh game trail here. Probably a local coyote. Maybe we'll see one on our adventures. It's always fun to walk the property line to see what you see what you can find. This is cool. So this is the road here. So we're gonna go over this, and you can really see the road.
Now you can see the opening here where there used to be a road. Oh, I'm going under the tree. Road went that way. I'm in the brambles.
This goes for miles.
You can see if it was clear cut, if that was cleared out, you can clearly tell the main large trees were cleared out. There was clearly a road there at some point.
And if you follow back, I took the drone up and I went back a couple miles, and there looks to be like an old hunting cabin. I can see a roof. I came down, but it's too far back where I just kind of lose service when I drop down to see what's there.
Not our property though.
No, not our property, but I do want to hike it one day and see what's kind of back there because it's so cool. It would have been, back in the day, Captain Meyer's probably hunting property, and he probably went back there when he was going to hunt and stay there.
You can kind of see, if you look straight down this, you can see there's like an opening here.
Yeah, this is our property line here.
Property line
we
here.
paid for this to get cleared, and this has just happened over the last couple of years since we've been here.
So we paid, when we first bought the house, we paid more than $3,000 to have our acreage surveyed, which was something that was really important for us to make sure we knew exactly where our property lines were. And although that sounds like a very large fee, maybe where you live, surveys aren't that much, but they are here. Especially when someone has to come in and mark through the trees. You can see there's some fluorescent orange on here. That would be a marking from the surveyor. And then in addition to all the legal markings that stake into the ground, like the one that I showed you back there. So he would have had to traverse everything.
Here, you can see where we hit the end of our property. And then we're
see
gonna
the fluorescent orange back there.
We're gonna tail off to the river.
Straight there.
But there's some fresh game trail here, which is super cool. You see where all the wildlife is coming and going.
Oh yeah. Some creatures are running path through some of these areas.
Elysia and I have the fun job of
clearing all this eventually.
all this. So you can see there's some fresh game coming here, and there's a nice hole there.
Yeah, there's a hole under there. What lives down there, babe?
Probably a beaver.
And so what we want to do is over, I would say, the next year or two, because nothing, and there's another one of our property markers. Not everything can happen overnight, but we do want to spend a significant amount of time. So you can see we have a legal marker there.
And then we go from here across the river. And then from across the river, there's a little triangle. And then it shoots to our other stake that's on the other side of the river.
We own like a sunbathing triangle on the other side of the brook.
Kind of.
Kinda. Depending on if the water's kind of washed some of the side away over the years, but
we just say we own on this side because over there, because of erosion, it's very tough to tell how much you actually have or what they can call actual land. And you know, we've gone over and maintained that side a little bit anyways, just to keep the brush from going in the river or some of the trees that fell down.
We're almost over to the edge where our thinking rock is.
Yeah.
And I'll show you where you see us sit and do all of our thinking. Survey marker that he's holding on to. And there's our thinking rock. There's another survey marker there. And look at the brook right now.
Oh, it's beautiful.
The bridge. And I'll show you the other view. Get on our rock. It's so pretty here. I'll show down that way when we get off the rock because this tree is blocking my view of the beautiful down the brook. So you can see we have tons of cleanup to do. Basically, we could probably spend an entire year just clear cutting any of the pathways that we want, putting some mulch down maybe in some of those areas that we walk through all the time, trimming all of the broken trees from storms, clearing all the brush that's fallen, clearing the actual pathways of any brambles and everything. It's going to be a huge project when we get to that point, but I think it's going to be so worth it because we are going to make areas bigger for Hudson and Lennon pasture space, which we've started to do, but we're going to need more time to do more of that. And then we're also going to have room in the back and divide up some of the back acreage so that we can have our cattle back there. And I think our plan is to have our coonies be able to go with the cattle too in some spots back there, which I think they'll love.
Oh, it's so pretty. This is an old fire pit that's been here since we moved here, and we've used it a few times because it's a beautiful spot to have a fire. And you can find like really old pottery. It's almost a guaranteed. Here, I'll try and find some. Like really old, I'm talking like 1800s.
He's found some
pottery,
cool
or
stuff
maybe even
before.
older. But almost.
Is that some bigger chunks right there? Straight down.
Oh yeah, that's
Old
beautiful.
pottery. So cool.
It all comes out of the hill, washed out. Some have patterns. Yo, this water is so cold.
Oh, that one's
look
so
at that.
cool.
That one's beautiful. We have found some with like some insignias,
love
and
that.
most of it's from England.
Yeah, most of it's from England.
It was the people that moved here from the 1800s were from England, and he had a ship and he would run from England and back, or
Something like that.
something like that.
That's a gorgeous piece.
That is beautiful. You can find the most amazing stuff down here. I haven't found any coins, but I'm looking.
Well, we're looking. The boys do both have a really good metal detector. So I think when the weather's warm, they're gonna give that a go around the property. Although they might find a million old nails. Maybe they'll find some coins.
Okay, Elysia and I, we just picked the boys up and we dropped them off with Nana and Papa as we're on our way to our local pizza shop, as we're gonna go surprise everybody with dinner and some delicious poutine. Some of you in the States might not know what poutine is, but in Canada, it's a delicacy. It's French fries, gravy, and cheese curds, and it's absolutely delicious. I think it's either you like it or you don't like it. Like, I absolutely love it. The boys love it. Elysia does not like it, so she's not gonna eat it. But it's what a special dinner. We're gonna go spend our night over with Nana and Papa. We'll show you guys when we're over there. Papa's giving me one of his old safes to put our new collection in. So all the coins and all the precious metals that we've been collecting, silver and soon to be gold. One day. So all the silver and all the coins that we've been collecting, we have a spot to put it. He's not using the safe. It's funny because we'll open it on camera because they haven't opened it for years. I don't even think they know what's in the safe. So we'll open it up like a treasure chest and we'll all see what's in the safe together. And I'm trying to remember the code. Mom's like, I think I have the code written down somewhere. And it was Elysia and our safe 5 years ago, or maybe even longer. But
it was too heavy to move here.
But before we moved, we were like, we're not gonna move the safe. You can have the safe. I have another safe for some of my collectibles, but that safe is too full, and this is a perfect size safe for the coins and precious metals. So it's gonna be fun. We'll open it up. We'll have a pizza party. The boys are excited. They just came home from Monday. Chase had a science test today, and he said he did really good, so he's pretty confident he did good, and that's worth celebrating.
We haven't been able to get over for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We were all sick over Christmas break, and then Philip and I didn't have it as bad, but the boys were really sick over Christmas break, so as you know, we didn't get to have Christmas Day. We traded dinner for dessert Christmas Day. Mom made dinner, I made dessert, and we did like a door swap so that we didn't get any of them.
Mom made a delicious turkey, and usually we all get to say how delicious it is, and Mom, you did such a good job, but we couldn't do that. We just got to eat it, and then I messaged her afterwards. It was like, oh, dinner was so delicious. But
so tonight we thought we would have dinner with them since everyone's finally feeling better.
Woo! Finally.
Lately, it just doesn't matter how many vitamins in the world or how healthy you eat or anything like that. Everyone's just passing around all the bugs around. So it's nice that we're all feeling good. We're going to make use of it today and have dinner all together.
Ooh, I wonder what's inside of this. You're going to burn yourself, Mom. That's hot. Okay, everyone stay around. Don't show the number because
Nope.
we don't want people to know.
No, I just... Trooper, are you gonna help?
Man, you gotta be pretty accurate.
Come here, baby. Come here. Just in case. You did it. Well, you did it like hundreds of times when we had it. Perfect little safe for what we're gonna use it for.
I love it.
Good. I'm gonna tell you
So
something.
fun.
Dave. It weighs a ton.
Yeah, we're gonna have to get that.
Yeah.
Trooper's gonna help carry this really, really heavy safe to the truck. You helping, Troopy? Oh my gosh. That thing is so heavy. We've moved this thing so many times. This is why it didn't make the trailer to get to Nova Scotia. Watch your feeties, Troopy. Watch your paws. Day, you get Troopy. You're so helpful, Trooper. You're so fast, Troopy. Good job, Day.
This is what a burglar would look like trying to get out of the house. Okay,
Trying to steal your quarter collection.
Right. Why didn't you bring the jack?
I'm not sure the quarter collection would be worth it, but it's just a fun place to put it. It is gorgeous at Mom and Dad's. Look at this.
Holy.
Gorgeous.
That far to go.
I'm gonna turn the truck around.
Oh my goodness. Just get rid of the get rid of the evidence.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. Oh my word. If one of us drops, or you could.
So we're gonna enjoy a little bit more with Mom and Dad before we head home today. We had a day. Oh my gosh, we had a day today. Emptying Dayton's bedroom. So much stuff. And getting another coat rolled on Chase's room. It's looking so good. I'm gonna let it dry overnight and then look at it again in the morning. We don't have the best lighting in that room. Even though we put up a new light, you might have noticed the footage actually renovating Chase's room looks a little foggy. It's just the way the light reflects into his actual windows. We won't have that problem in Dayton's room, so it'll be a lot clearer for the footage, so that's good. But I need to be able to spot check his room, make sure I didn't miss any spots for his third coat that I have in his room now. And then a little tiny bit more painting in the closet, but we did really good today. Also, we wanted to show you just a little tour around what our property is looking like right now, just so that we have that like documented. That mid-January, this is the kind of weather that our acreage is having, which is so different than what we expected to have being here in Nova Scotia. So thank you for joining us today. I can't believe it's been 13 days of uploading in a row. If you've missed any of the last 13 days, head back and check it out. You don't want to miss what we have coming ahead this week. We're going to be the whole week in Dayton's room and finishing a few minor things in Chase's room. We're going to smash out this project. So I love you. We all love you. Thank you for cheering us on, and we will see you tomorrow for 2 weeks straight of filming.